Hello YouTube people. We're not quite done getting the house set up, but really, really close. We just got to put some artwork up on the walls and a few boxes in the garage to deal with. Okay. I'm not going to show you the whole house. You've already seen it. What I'm going to show you is my hobby room. It's almost done. I got about another 35-40 minutes organizing in here and it's done. It's done enough. I'm going to put this video up. Okay. There's my supply shelves. I need more organizing on them. This cart right here I want gone, which means I need to get more things for the supply shelves. And I got room over there for the stuff on this cart. It's just taking up too much room in here. Here's my work area. That's a computer screen back there. You can see it in the video. Printer. Easter Island head guy. Enterprise D. There's a Mercury 9. A few of the models. It needs some more work in there. I haven't quite got it organized like I said. We're close. It does light up though. I like the cabinet lighting. There's the Gundam model I'm going to start on tonight or tomorrow morning. We'll get a review done tonight. Anyhow, there's the spray booth. Here's my shelves for my glues and my paint. And I just got an email. That's what that meow was on my phone right there. Alright folks, I'm going to set the camera down. I got one thing I want to show you, and then we will, yeah, I'll show you a couple of things. One thing I'm going to show you real quick though is, that box right there is what's left of the Godzilla Diorama. Thunderpaws went all Catzilla on it and just beat it up. I'm going to upload those videos, segments where I tore that apart, and then what Thunderpaws did to it will be at the end of this. So you'll get to see what happened. Okay? Anyhow, I'm going to set the camera down, and I'm going to talk about a couple of things, and this video is done. Hello everyone. I'm just going to do a short update here. I want to talk about timer chips real quick. Working on the Mercury 9, I discovered a couple of things. The 555 timer chip can handle up to 10 LEDs. No problem. It doesn't care. Put them in there and they'll blink 10. The 4060 can handle 3. Once you hit 4, you're underpowering the chip and it starts misbehaving itself. You start getting random flashes and things like that. So you really can't put more than 4 LEDs on a 4060 timer. Now if you start using some amplifiers and stuff like that, you can. But I'm not that far advanced into it. So I'm just using the few I have. Next thing I wanted to say is I am running about 2 months behind on the Mercury 9 videos. Some of you are starting to catch that because I'm talking about, oh, we're trying to sell the house, and most of you know I've already bought a new house. What happened is I was working on that thing very fast and very hard because of the contest, and I ended up recording good 4 or 5 hours worth of video in a short period of time. I'm not going to make a 4-hour video for YouTube, so I'm uploading a video, waiting a few days, uploading a video, waiting a few days, trying to get caught up with that thing. So you can expect those every 2 or 3 days, kind of. What I mean by kind of is I'm going to start working on the Gundam kit. You'll see that video tomorrow or later, yeah, probably the same day as this or the next day. It'll come up pretty quickly. The Gundam video, I'm going to try to do live. In other words, as soon as I have enough footage to upload a video, I'm going to upload a video. Mercury 9, no. We're going to keep chugging on it the way we are. I haven't touched a model since the end of June because of moving, selling the house, and all that stuff. We're still not 100% settled in this house. Can't put our cars in the garage yet, and we still have a room full of boxes. That's it. The rest of the house is pretty settled. So we're going to have it done in another 2 weeks. I'll have more time to devote to models. Okay, so you will see that with the Gundam videos. They're going to be sporadic. The Mercury 9, no, I got so much footage on those. Every 3 or 4 days there's going to be a video up. Now, next thing comes up is Model Man Tom sent me a package. Names are blacked out to protect the innocent. I don't know what's in this box, so we're going to open it up and see what's in there. Now, I'm going to review what's inside this box. Have no fear. I have an idea. He sent me an email saying he wanted to send me something. He doesn't, I don't pay him for these things. He just sends them. Okay? He told me this was a thank you present. Alright? And He packaged it fairly nicely, bubble wrapped, and it is set up fairly nicely in a nice little tub. That's very nice. And it says bag of chips. He's going to start selling a bag of chips. I don't know what the price on this is yet. He didn't tell me that much. He just sent this to me as a review, so I can review it and get it out there for you people who are watching. I open it up. We have the bag of chips insert. It has a list what's in it, so I'm going to tell you what's here. It says 1 400-pin solderless breadboard, 1 pair of ESD gloves. The environment I live in, I don't need electrostatic discharge gloves. I just don't need them. It's 90% humidity outside most times. The lowest it ever gets is 60%. We don't have static electricity here. Now, if I lived somewhere like Denver, Colorado, those gloves would never leave my hands. 1 tube of solder, 4 by 1 foot of heavy and light gauge solder core wire, 2 colors, 7 by 15 pieces of random value capacitors, 10 by 20 random value resistors, 10 variable resistors, 10 16-pin IC sockets, 10 8-pin IC sockets, 10 5 by 7 solderless proto boards, 10 4060 timer chips, 10 55 timer chips. And introductory bonus is 10 4093 Schmidt triggers. Okay? And he says those are for, use these to practice your soldering skills or for the functionality. If I remember right, a Schmidt trigger is just kind of a way of clicking a switch without clicking a switch. It's like a relay. I'll look it up because I haven't done it. And he gives you a set of resources here. It says, these are aimed at those of you who know what they're doing or ready and eager to learn. Here's some resources. And he gives a link of books. He gives a link, some books. He lists the CMOS cookbook, the Archer series of electrical pamphlets, the Arduino cookbook. He has some links here. The 555timercircuits.com. I don't think I've used that one. www.kpsec.freeuk.com. I use that one quite often. It's a good website. Starship Modeler. There's one for Starship Modeler here. He's got my YouTube channel listed. Thank you, Tom. And Electrodroid. Okay. And then there's a lot of great info out there. No definitive sources. You know, just do some searches. That's what it says here. Oh. Okay, and he says, on the other side, it says there's a product catalog, summer 2012. See the full selection of Modeler's brand, LED supply packs. Okay, just everything you need to know. 9 LED colors, a variety of resistors, solder heat shrink switches, battery clips, electrical tape, 3mm and 10mm, and they're starting at $24.95. Again, I don't know the price of this. Okay. I'm sure Tom will post, and when he does, I'll put a little blurb in the video. And I'll email him and ask him tonight and tell him I've got this. It's maybe I'll know before I put it up tomorrow. Okay? Anyhow, looking in here, we have the Schmidt triggers, an electrostatic bag. He didn't do anything to protect the pinouts on them, so they're really what he says, are for practice soldering. The 4060s are an electrostatic bag. Now, he did something to protect the pins. They're embedded in styrofoam, so the pins will not be bent on this. Here is a pack of wire leads. Oh, I am happy to have these. This is a bag of capacitors, the kind I like to use for 4060 and 4060 timer chips. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. These look like LEDs. They really do look like LEDs. I'm going to have to figure out what these are. What did this say this had? Variable resistors? I have to figure out what those are, because I am not sure. These got to be variable resistors. Yeah, they're variable resistors. I see it now. Here's my variable resistors. Here's my circuit boards. These are nice to have. Really nice to have. They're a good size. Here's my little breadboard. I mean, he's really trying to set this up as a good introductory. Here's the 555 timers. Here's the sockets. So you can socket your chips. You solder those in and then push the chips in. Electrostatic gloves. Here's the solder. And he's got the resistors in here and they're all labeled. You know, I don't know what he's selling this for. I suspect it's around $35, $40. But at that price, you've got everything you need to start your adventure in making models blink. I mean, everything. Add a little bit of wire in your LEDs, and you're good to go. And again, I'm not sure what he's charging this for. As soon as I know, I'm going to put it on the video. But thank you, Tom. Thank you for sending this. I can see lots of uses, especially for these little resistors. I'll have to look these guys up and see what their values are, because that way I can do the blink rates on the board instead of what I usually do is set the resistors and use the resistor rules to get the resistance I want. But this is a nice little kit if you're starting out with blinking. Very nice. And it comes in a very nice little storage kit, which is going to fit very nicely on my storage shelf. So again, thank you, Tom, for sending this. I didn't pay him for it. That's why I don't know the price. And it's a bag of chips from Modeler's brand. Okay? So if you want to get into blinking lights, here's a good way to start. Alright, thanks guys. That's the end of this video. I will have the Gundam video up tomorrow, probably, or later today. I'm not sure when you're going to see this. It's Saturday now. This should be up by Sunday at the latest. And that means the Gundam video will be up the day after. Talk to you guys later. Have fun. Keep banging the styrene. Banging the styrene. Don't bang the styrene. Play with the styrene. Banging sounds bad. Anyhow, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Hello everybody. What we have here is a Godzilla diorama that is about to be destroyed. I'm going to salvage the trees and a few other things off. I'm definitely salvaging this castle. I may salvage the little peoples. The reason it's being torn apart is Thunderpaws got on here and played Catzilla with it. It completely tore apart King Ghidorah. I have to rebuild King Ghidorah. The castle took a little bit of damage. Basically, he jumped up here and hit it hard enough that it came off the top of this cabinet and fell about 4 feet to the floor. There's the culprit right there. Mr. Catzilla himself. With the look of, I want to see what you're doing up there. Yeah, Thunder, no, you're not coming up here. So I'm going to tear it apart. I'm going to see if I can get the castle off there. I put the castle on there with Abe's epoxy sculpt, so that might be fun to do. But this is plaster of Paris, so I'm sure I can get it off there. This fuzzy felt stuff is going to go. I really liked how that came out on there. It gave it some nice texture and look. This will be rebuilt probably over Christmas break, when I have some time to myself. Don't worry, I like doing this kind of work. The groundwork and stuff on this was a lot of fun. And I'll do it right this time. The server will actually have water in it. These two heights won't be off. All sorts of things will be better. Because I've learned a lot since then. I won't have stuff eating up my foam base like that, because I won't use a foam base. I'll use a very different base. So this will come back. Have no fear. I'm going to start tearing her apart. I'm going to take a piece of paper and write it down, but there's the first tree is off the ground. The second tree, this really nice one in the center. These little maple trees were not cheap, by the way. Well, they weren't real expensive. There's another one. Paper mache on top of plaster. And yes, I'm freehanding the camera as I do this. This is fun. I'm going to take a small little hammer and break that. We're going to see if we can salvage some of these people, but no, the people aren't worth salvaging. They're not expensive. I can get more of them. Ah, the hand of doom is getting me. Ah, help me, help me. Alright, so pulling trees. Yeah, next time I redo this thing, it will get a much better backing, by the way. And it will have a case. I got a diorama I want to build coming up where I'll put a case on it. Okay, I really put these trees down on there because the majority of them don't want to come up. Wow. Oh yeah. There we go. Part of the castle is removed. I forgot that I had done that. I will probably light this castle when I rebuild it, by the way. Anyhow, I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go ahead and tear it apart. I'll come back and tell you the end result. Bye. I had to use the fun tools of destruction called a screwdriver and a bammer. And I got it broke free. And from the looks of it, the eaves is going to clean off there fairly well too. So I'm going to go ahead and go about cleaning the eaves off because I think it's just going to chip right off. And then I'm going to put this thing in storage for a while. Thunderpaws did quite a bang up on her. He really did. But the castle itself is a good display piece. So, at the very least, once I get moved, it's going to be on a shelf. And just in case you're wondering, Godzilla survived because it was not on the diorama at the time. Mothra is a tough little bugger. I found Mothra about 15 feet from where this diorama crashed to the ground. Still intact, still doing fine. And this plaster, look at that. I'm amazed that it's cracking like that. But that's because the foam board underneath it got eaten up. The clear resin I used for the water. Well, anyhow, I'm going to go put this away. This diorama goes in the trash. And I will get back to it. Let's say goodbye to our happy couple on the rocks. Bye. Okay, here you see King Ghidorah in a box being ready to move, and it barely fits in the fairly good sized box. It's huge. You can see the head is missing and that head is missing. They're in this box at the bottom in a bag. You can see Godzilla still intact. I think Godzilla is one of the best models I've built in a long time because there is no seam lines anywhere on that thing, and this thing was a piece to work on, to say the least. This was a labor of love. Okay, the castle came out of this very, very well. A lot of the eaves just came right off of it. I'll be able to chip that eaves off there pretty easily, I think. I don't know why, but it is coming off there fairly easily. Again, part of the roof came off. This is coming off, but that can be repaired pretty quickly and easily. So this castle, at the very least, will be a display piece. Like I said, it's going to get put in that box in a minute. I'm putting it someplace safe. I need to go help Nellie with something, but I'm going to put this someplace safe where Thunderpaws won't get to it. And then it's going to go in the packing box with these two, full of styrofoam peanut goodness, so that they get shipped to the new house intact without any damage. In fact, I'm probably going to hand carry this box because I don't want anything happening to it. I still have yet to pack that up. You can see the Mercury 9 right there, Deslox, and the Care Bear Zombie. These things still have to be packed. I've packed up most of the models already. The Battlestar Galactica Viper's left, Super Zinger's left. That's it. Everything's been packed up and safely boxed. In fact, they're in those two boxes right there. They're inside a box, then inside that box. So they're like doubly packed so they don't get damaged or anything. Oh yeah, and I got two of them up there. Some of the larger ones are in boxes up there still. They're going to get the double box treatment as well. Don't have a box big enough for that, nor these guys. Okay? So let me go get back to work. We're still packing the house. This is the only room that has not been packed. And we were saving it for last. Almost everything, all the rest of the house has been packed up and ready to go. I'll be back later.